Hello YouTube vintage stereo collectors and Yamaha collectors. You might hear some birds chirping in the background. It's cooled off really nice last night and the birds are chirping and don't need the AC on today. Anyway, I'm talking about these late 70s Yamahas like the CR66 version 2. And there's other ones, some of the standalone tuners like the CT610 and 810 that have the same problem. Some people don't think it's a problem, but I'll demonstrate. So I have about 3 feet of wire on it as an antenna with my standard test length for any tuner. So we're in the stereo mode with muting on. There's wide expanses where it doesn't break through the muting. There are tons of stations in between the ones that it's actually allowing to pass through. This has a very rudimentary muting circuit, and it's actually too aggressive. Now maybe if all your stations were local and the transmitter were like 5 miles away, because that's what it's getting. Now if you want to hear the other ones, you take the muting off, which forces it into mono.
Into this.
We will take this.
Some of these it'll allow through, others, nope. That's strong enough to be in stereo.
From the silver screen, remember,
God created the...
Yeah, the muting is just too aggressive on these. And I've seen different posts about, well, you gotta change all these, change this transistor, change this resistor, etc., etc. There's actually a more basic fix than that. I'm just going to turn it off and unplug it. And turn it around here. But I need to put, every time I turn this thing around, this stereo is so big, oh, there it is. There is a resistor. I don't know if you can see it. There's the muting switch. There's a 3.3K resistor right there. Okay? And we're going to take that one out. And the switch has 2 halves. One half is simply stereo and mono turning off the PLL circuit. The other side is turning the mute circuit on and off. So let's just flip it up. I don't know if you can see all of this because it's such a big chassis. But I am clipped on. See if we can get this one out. You don't have much room to work. Okay, so there's 3.3K is extracted. It fell down the other side. Let's just get it out of there safely. Yeah, the 3.3K. Now, let's just show you what a difference that makes. Get this line up. Turn it back on. See LED lights coming in. Let's go down to the bottom of the dial. Put it, make sure it's in stereo mode. Couldn't get that one. Couldn't get that one. Couldn't get that one. And it's, some people might say, well, you can just turn the FM muting off, but then you're forced into mono mode, so what's the point of having a stereo tuner? Of course, there's some that are too noisy to listen to, you don't listen to them.
On a 375-gram pack of Smith.
Canada with my one-person show.
So it basically, everything comes through. There is no muting. But if you wanted muting, I'll give you an example here, okay? The 3.3K. I put in a 47K. I tried different ones, but 47K is one that I tried. And with a 47K in there, you're getting less stations muted than before. The muting still worked, but more were coming through, but not everything. So it might be, you could go halfway with, and here's what I think the deal is on this one. I had this thought. This 3.3K, the first one I tried was a 33K. And that seemed to be about the right balance between muting and not muting. I'm thinking, did they make a mistake? Just a thought. But anyway, I would prefer not to have the muting circuit. There's some stations that you'd like to hear. Others?
5.99% or $5,100. The growing interest on your debt.
That's not bad. It's like it's a different tuner now. I actually did this on, I believe it was a CT810 many years ago. It's the first time I ever did it. Just took that 3.3K out of the muting circuit, and you can find it on the schematical. It is on the collector side of TR103 on the FM board. Anyway, there's a little tip for today. Thanks for watching and listening.